Alright, I guess today we're going to talk about hunters, but I feel like I should warn you right off the bat, I do not like them, and I think they are bad. I really liked playing as a hunter in Destiny 1, and thankfully since this is a beta, all of this could change come full release, but as it currently stands, hunters are in a pretty bad spot compared to the other classes. So, if you've seen my videos on the other classes in the beta, then you'd know that I'm a huge fan of the new class abilities that change up gameplay and benefit the whole team and encourage cooperation. So, right off the bat, hunters start on a sour note because all they are given is a worse version of Shade Step from Destiny 1 that contributes absolutely nothing to the team, but instead automatically reloads their gun for them. So are you kidding me? I mean, this isn't fun, this isn't game-changing. Warlocks get a similar dodge and still get a cool class ability, so why is it acceptable for hunters to get such a short end of the stick? To make matters even worse, the rest of the unlocked skill tree is all based around using your melee attack, and melee is pretty much useless in the beta. So, we have a bad class ability, a bad skill tree. Surely the super has to be pretty cool, right? Well, let me ask you, do you want your super to look like this? Or would you rather it looked like this? Yeah. Die. Die. Yeah. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Do you want it to look like this? Would you rather have it look more like this? Here I come. Alright, other team. Oops. Let me just, okay. Alright, now, to be fair, I'm very bad at using pole dancer, or whatever the super is called. And I'm sure there are people out there who can learn to wreck with it, but that's the strange thing. This super seems to have a weird learning curve. In my limited time with it, it seemed like pressing different buttons allowed different combos, though none of them or their uses are ever explained to you. Supers shouldn't be about learning, though. They're a power trip. A person who's never even played Destiny before should be able to pop a super and at least get a few kills. I don't think that's the case with Pole Dancer here. They have an extreme disability to cross the gap between them and the enemy, and even when using dodge to get in close, your speed and targeting just seem off. All we can really do at this point is hope those smaller things like speed and aim are adjusted before the final release. People like to pretend like a beta will be vastly different from the final game, but the truth is, betas are more designed to test server load and connection issues, and giant things like super and gunplay are not going to be changed much or at all in the 1 month we have before release. Now, Bungie's pretty good at listening to their fanbase's outcries though, so if we all complain enough, I'm sure Arcstriders will be good someday. It's just strange. This super is so similar to arcblade, except it's bad. Like, at the end of the day, aesthetics-wise, the only difference is you flip around a little more now than you used to. It would have made a lot more sense for them to replace Gunslinger, but I guess they were trying to go for a new trio of Arc, Solar, and Void-based subclasses. It's just kind of a shame Hunters ended up with this. If I was a Hunter main, I'd feel gypped. The super isn't new enough. It's bad enough that all grenades and jumps are the exact same, more or less, as they were in Destiny 1, but at least Titans and Warlocks got new abilities and supers that were refreshed enough to feel, well, fresh. Now, are there any Hunter mains out there who can honestly tell me Pole Dancer feels like a brand new super? My heart weeps for you guys, it really does. I hope this gets changed up to be better for you all. Anyway, I can only complain for so long, so let's move on to Gunslinger. It feels like Gunslinger. The unlocked skill tree we can play around with now lets you fire Golden Gun up to 6 times, but reduces the length of your super. And they sure aren't kidding when they say it reduces the length. Thankfully, it still kills quickly, but I'm not really sure when you'd ever want 6 shots over having more time to aim and look for targets. The second skill tree drops this in favor of faster cooldown times, so it'll probably be the go-to tree for PvP. There isn't a whole lot more to mention, sadly. I mean, you can dodge around now, but you used to have a whole subclass that let you do that more often. Hunters end up feeling largely unchanged, whereas Titans and Warlocks feel different enough to be in a new game. Hunters seem stuck in the past. But it's not all bad for our hooded friends. They get a pretty cool exotic hand cannon in the beta. Of the 3 exotic guns, it's the only one, in my opinion, that truly looks, sounds, and feels exotic, although it could stand to pack a bit more of a punch. Hunters will also be a solid pick for solo PvE play if they stay the way they are right now, but Destiny has never really been a great game to play by yourself. So, ultimately, it's up to us to #HelpTheHunters. They've been kicked around by carelessness, and they need a voice if we're ever going to have them be great in Destiny 2. Thankfully, for now, we can hope they've already been changed deep in the test labs at Bungie, but if not, we can complain then when the game releases. We'll all just have to see what happens in September with the full release of Destiny 2. Well, that's my thoughts on Hunters. I warned you I didn't like them very much. If you haven't, be sure to check out my thoughts on the other subclasses as well. I'm Superstar Top for Husky Raid, follow us on social media, and we'll see you next time.